Japanese Beetles, a Problem or Not?
By Jessica Bramhall
and Nicole Sudbeck.
So, what does the life cycle of a Japanese beetle look like? Beetles begin to emerge in June, and activity peaks in July and August.
To identify the larvae, look for C-shaped grubs that live in the soil, feed on grass roots, have V-shaped hairs on the raster. They can be found in patches of dead grass.
When it comes to identifying the adults, they are slightly flattened ovals, approximately 5/16 to 7/16 inches long. They have a metallic green body, copper to bronze wings, and a elytra that doesn't cover the abdomen. Therefore, there are 5 tufts of hair on each side.
There are many plants that serve as hosts for Japanese beetles, including field and forest crops, such as corn and soybeans, vegetable crops, such as asparagus and tomatoes, ornamentals, and fruit trees, such as peaches and apples.
Crop injury occurs by both the larvae and adults. In the larvae, they damage the roots, and the adults damage foliage and clip silks and corn, shown in the picture above, which ends up leading to poor pollination. Feeding attracts other beetles. This past summer, I had the opportunity to be a scouting intern for Wilbur Ellis in Wathena, Kansas, which is northeast Kansas. This particular field that I walked into had Japanese beetles present. Therefore, I set up pheromone traps, such as this one called Bag-a-Bug. And the picture on the left shows how many bugs were there in 5 minutes, and the picture to the right shows how full the bag was in less than a day. The growing conditions this past summer were very wet, which made the field variable. In the top picture, it shows the pollination difference throughout the field. In picture 1, almost none of the ear has pollinated. In picture 2, a little more has been pollinated. And in picture 3, only a few kernels are left to pollinate. And in picture 4, almost the whole ear is pollinated. So, in this field, we decided to spray because the majority of the field looked like picture 1 and 2.
In order to control Japanese beetles, you want to use integrated pest management. You can use different plant varieties, physically remove the bugs, use Japanese beetle traps, exclusion, or insecticide treatments. Make sure to always follow the label.
So, are Japanese beetles a problem or not? Yes, they are, but it's very crop dependent. For example, in corn, there must be 3 or more beetles per ear, silks have to be clipped to 1/2 inch, and less than 50% of the field has to be pollinated. In soybeans, 20% defoliation during reproductive growth must occur. And always remember that you can consult your local extension agent or agronomist for information on additional crops. I'd like to give a special thanks to Wilbur Ellis Company for the internship opportunity.